And hello everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Let's Play Tortured Hearts, or How I Saved the Universe Again. We're here with our character Desmond Wells. Good news, the barrel lids are working now. I've tested them. I've created one via the debug menu, equipped it, saved, and then reloaded, and the barrel lid remained. So that is due to Zoltan uploading a new version today that I downloaded. So we've got our barrel lid. One of the ailments I didn't see was terminal loot fixation. You're losing focus on the big picture and regressing into a loot jerk. Already society is starting to reject you. While anyone in the party is under this effect, anytime you get XP, you only get 75% of what you should because everyone's mind is clouded with the false promise of fabulous loot instead. Excuse me. On the contrary, your fear resistance increases by 50% and the chance of finding additional loot and containers gets boosted as well. That's pretty cool. Resistance bonus fear plus 50%. Alright, so we've got these little pliers here. I wonder if they're important. Okay, we've got a new option. Say, good man, would you sell me these pliers? You want to take away my most handy tool? Yes, I need it. And if an adventurer needs an item. Alright, I get it. How about a measly 1,000 gold? You're joking, right? Not in the least. Take her to leave it. Or steal it. Haha. Steal it? Is that some kind of test? Don't waste my time. Fine. 1,000 gold for the pliers. Well, it's good to know that they're there in case we need them. I don't know if we'll need them. They could be an important item. They seem to be standing out a bit. We'll see. Right now I want to go visit the pub in town. Let's see, where would that be? Map. Right across the way west. Black Barrel. So with that loot fixation, we have a chance of there being more items in here, and there's a junk art gem shrapnel bomb. It's a bomb. 1 medium iron ingot plus 1 medium silver ingot plus 1 perigene cluster. Affect annoyed enemies. Interesting. Base price 4,800. So once we lose the what was I gonna say? Who is that? Gnome Weirdo. Interesting. Plant Wapiti. Once I lose the newcomer status, I should say, I'm going to sell that. I'll get better prices at the store. So it's ugly, it's run down, it's primitive, it has that special charm adventurers crave. Let's go talk to this gnome weirdo. Hello, gnome weirdo. Oh, another thing. If you steal too much, your alignment can change, so there is a downside to stealing. I hope I didn't change my alignment. We'll have to check. Well met, sir. Ready to try your skills against the challenge of care made? There's no better place to enhance your reputation or your pocketbook. Desmond Wells can hardly bear the reputation I already have, and though it's hard to have too much gold, I'm really looking for excitement. Excitement, thrills, and chills, guaranteed. The plunder of a world was kept here under care made by the demented wizard Yun Vinblood. You certainly are enthusiastic. Are you a treasure hunter or a city booster? Neither. I'm Merjon, the ticket taker. What tickets? Tickets to Care Maid's treasures and traps, of course. As the fundamental attraction here, its value must be protected and regulated. Interesting. Ticket for risking life and limb? Since when has looting been subject to admission tickets? It's just a method of tracking visitors. This ticket has numbers on it. He indicates the ends of the ticket, which are in sequence. I get it, although I think a notebook might be more efficient. But there's more. If you successfully navigate the depths and return, your ticket will be entered in a drawing. A drawing? What's the prize? The prizes are determined on the basis of the amount collected monthly, so it varies. I expect I'll be visiting sometime, if not now. Give me a ticket, please. Wonderful, that'll be 10,000 GP. Wait, what? Whoa, there isn't any organized government here. Who is collecting this money anyway? Why? Yes, why shouldn't I just slit your throat and go in? Whoa. Mercy, it's for charity. The Camp Reparations for Widows and Orphans Fund. Sir, to support the needy survivors of care-made explorers. Needy survivors. Well, I think someone here is a not-so-needy survivor at 10,000 per treasure hunter. Won't you think of the children? It's a pittance, really. Investment in a future for the tragic victims of their parents' dangerous calling. How about half, and if I find out there is no charity, I come back and take it out of your hide? Failure. Hey, I'm not buying your intimidating style, adventurer. I've seen enough of you to know better. This has got to be a scam. If that's the only way, but don't think I'm giving up. Let's go with the full price, and may you find an appropriate reward. This had better be good. 10,000 GP, my goodness. Charity stall. Nothing in it. You. Fishy druid. Whoa. Here's how.
Your end draws near.
Hello there, adventurer. Nice pet you have there. Yes, he is a special Vilhixian Emberhound. Come on, you know there is no such thing. Are you saying I don't know one animal from another? Looks like something that tried to kill me a few times. They aren't very friendly. No, these hounds are fiercely protective to their masters. Very loyal. Would this be a tame monster? He does greatly resemble a warg. You only doubt me because your mind is focused on wargs. Oh. Well, now that you mention it, I do see some differences. Of course you can. If you have seen wargs, this animal is much more noble. He's really a little bigger and darker, isn't he? Does he speak? This one had an injury and can no longer speak. It's a shame, really. He's very witty. You say he's good in battle, eh? Are you trying to sell him to me? Now that you bring it up, it has become difficult for me to keep this hound. I can't give him the exercise and hunting opportunity he needs. Really? What a rare opportunity for someone. And how much is this fine animal? Maybe I need a favor done, or maybe I'll take money. He looks a little shifty. Perhaps we could trade my dog for something of yours. What did you have in mind? Not that I'm taking you up on this animal, I'm just curious. Well, the forest is full of big ear bandits. Bring me 20 discolored big ear fangs and you can have the dog. Puzzled. No doubt I can pull any number of big ear teeth, but what's the point? What do you do with them? He smiles sadly. You're joking, yes? It's a bitter joke. What I really want is so out of the question, everything else is as useless as big ear teeth. You are underestimating me, I'm sure. Take a chance, man, and tell me the real favor. If you can get rid of my tail, you can have the dog and I'll pay you 10,000 gold. Deal? You feel great relief inside. How hard can that be? Haha, of course it is. Good luck on that. It's high time to lose this crappy tail of mine. I'm not trying to argue. Would the pliers take off the tail? I don't know.
Fear the black within.
Are you familiar with this area? More familiar with the woods near here and back up toward the mountains. I'm just here for a few supplies. I'm not lingering here either. Rambler is my name and adventuring is my game. Well, Rambler, my name is Tyrell Salinas, and raiding tombs is my game too. Calf. It does seem like adventure and tombs have a lot in common. I myself like the quieter tombs. I talk to the dead. They realize they don't need their gold anymore. It's all part of restoring natural harmony. I like to restore harmony by slaughtering legions of foul undead. They often have a little gold too. I used to hunt them until I came on a lich that almost finished me. Look at this souvenir he left me. He waves his long thick tail. Now I avoid such creatures. Interesting. This is a curse I admit I haven't seen before. The worst thing... the fur attracts fleas. I have to get rid of this dog. I always like to do a little bandit hunting in the woods. What chances do I have around here? Are you joking? Look at this riffraff. They're only a step up from banditry. The ones that didn't get this far are surrounding us in the woods. I know what you mean. It's the lowest of low-life lives. If only there were bandits with brains and tactical organization, that would be a challenge. Bandits' brains and organization do not go together. You have to look among so-called civilized men for the complex practitioners of crime. There's another thing. Do you know a quick way to Air Marsh? There was a fellow named Ian who rented horses. Ask around. Have you been in the castle? Yes, a few times, but it's robbed clean. I've given up on it. Not the kind of place I like, anyway. A big castle like this can hide immeasurable treasure. That immeasurable treasure was already stolen, believe me. Huh, I hope you are not right. I might be interested in something else. I guess that's it. Let's see that tail of yours. Oh, you've got a big bushy tail. Bandit hunting in the woods. Let's see. Mineable rock. Oh, we didn't go in the pub. I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, lore. $18 XP. Let's check the notebook. I'd rather drink a pitcher of orcish piss than even taste the so-called beer that's being sold here in the mug. Meh. Loot, 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 loot. Oh, Ale of Wizardry, newbie. Those who seek power can now indulge their instincts. Upon using the potion, the target's stat bar related skills are raised by 1 level for 3 rounds. Combat only in Type 4. Nice. So with this loot fixation, did I take that? Yeah. With this loot fixation, I can find more items in containers. All right, let's go in the mug here. See what's cracking. Nothing like a fresh cold soda. Save often, that's right. Is it Shift F7? Shift F8, I think, is quick save. Let me try it. Oh no. Yes, that was quick save, okay. Drag, sure. It said file doesn't exist. That's weird. Is that a bug? I tried to quick save, it said file doesn't exist. We'll have to manual save for now. Saloon Keeper. What's up? How'd you come up with the name Yellow Mug? He looks at you with weary eyes. Huh? I've just asked a question. How did you come up with the name of this saloon, the Yellow Mug? Why the heck is it important? Why don't you ask a question that actually makes sense? I thought it was a good way to get to know the locals, show an interest in local affairs, you know? If you want to do that, you have to think of better questions, sir. Well, there are some other things I always like to know. Questions such as, which is the best looting place? What kind of monsters am I supposed to face out there? And so on. I thought these questions annoyed people beyond measure, and also I think I'm already quite capable of dealing with those items. You look like someone with only scant experience. Sorry for that. Never mind. I'll have to work on looking a bit more formidable. Maybe I should discuss the weather with you. Better not. He has a very strange expression for an ordinary barkeep, almost like an angry animal. Well, how about the surroundings? Full of monsters. His face is twitching alarmingly. What kind of monsters am I supposed to face out there? Dangerous ones. I expected that. I just want to know some more details. My knowledge of the local monster population is like a virgin's knowledge of lovemaking tricks. Then you can't know much about how dangerous they are. I know they bite. Are you alright? Looking at you, your face is quite pale. He groans. I am alright. Your words aren't very convincing to me. Alright then, what's the best place for looting, my good man? How the hell should I know? I'm just a poor saloon keeper with an adventuring experience of 0, or maybe not even that much. Ask someone else about that. Damn, this is why I didn't ask that question in the first place. I suspected that was just the answer I'd get. Then why did you ask it? Because you... This is getting nowhere. Okay, wait. Are you poking fun at me? What do you mean? Maybe he's having a stroke or something. Excuse me, raising your hand. How many fingers am I holding up? His eyes narrow and he lets out a low-pitched growling. Get out of here. Now wait a minute. Saliva is dripping from the corners of his mouth. Get out! You, but suddenly, the owner turns into a werewolf and runs out of the yellow mug. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. Another quest. Guest of the yellow mug. Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me, did you just see what happened near the counter? He shrugs. You mean the werewolf thing? Yes, the tavern keeper suddenly turned into that beast and vanished. Is that common around here? Haha, well, a wolf in dwarf's clothing. Ha! Suddenly he becomes very serious. I don't think it's common. Strange place this is. Actually, thinking back on his behavior and queer speech, he already seemed like someone with animal instincts, if that makes sense. Do you think I could find him? Some places around Karamade are crawling with his kind. Try the forest, but don't forget to stock up on silver weapons and protection. Where can I get those? You look like the master of your trade. You'll have to figure it out yourself. Point taken.
Fine day, isn't it?
It is. You look like one who might be very familiar with local society. Indeed I am, especially with this tavern and this mug. Razzle Irachai, the expert. And I am Desmond Wells, an expert in my own right. Maybe we have something in common. Can I ask you something? What more can I tell you? You tell me about those guys in the back of the mug. The Champ and Company? Huh, tough little guy he is. Nobody dares confront him, and I can understand that. But his minions are laughable. Everybody can be beaten, if not today, then tomorrow. But not that halfling, mister. He's the most formidable little bastard ever born. What's his secret, if there is one? The grog he's drinking. At least he swears by it. Must be a special brew of giant's testicles mixed with dragon earwax. I'll keep that in mind. It's the same old drags you. Now he seems to have more to say because he hasn't spit out a one-liner.
Good day.
Ah, there it was. 270 XP, and we found that we have to get silver weapons. Darling, you are a natural-born hero. I know, and what else? A natural-born charmer. A natural-born businessman. Thank you, guys. It's always good to hear that. Our language is inadequate to describe your greatness. They should erect a statue of you in Karamade. A monument, indeed. I'm so happy to be by your side. Somebody's watching us, I'm afraid. Hello. A real trophy girl, the kind you might see in a beauty contest. Yes, I would agree. My life depends on him. Gnome bootlicker? Hi! Could I ask you something? Please don't, I'm busy. He's focused on the halfling as if waiting for an order. Ahem. Hi. What do you do here? I admire Tenesso. That's nice, but still I ask the question. What are you doing here? I'm admiring Tenesso, that's what. It's a fulfilling activity, standing here and drinking in his regal bearing. But who are you talking about anyway? Tenesso Vorchi, the most formidable warrior of all times. He's the current champion of the Treasure Hunter Club. Do you mean the halfling in fancy clothes? Yes, but you better give him the necessary respect. You can't talk to him or about him like that. What did I say wrong? He's a halfling in fancy clothes. It's the truth. What's your problem with that? It's rude to talk about his race like that, or what he looks like. Better beware, he doesn't have a peer in fighting. He doesn't look that dangerous, or is that another forbidden opinion? Yet he is. He's the greatest of all warriors ever born. I've heard that before about other, much more imposing guys. What else is he famous for? He can kill you with a single blow. Ha. Why not using just a single sharp look? Well, what did you say he was called? Tenesso Vorchi. The most formidable warrior of all times. He's the current champion of the Treasure Hunter Club. Camp. Since when do gnomes admire halflings so fervently? Where have you put your dignity? He bought me clothes. That showed his noble side, and then I learned about his mighty prowess in battle. Since then, I've found my calling. Oh, now that I've learned that, I'm even less satisfied. I'll tell you what, you sold your dignity for a pair of boots. He lifted me from the deepest of pits. Believe it or not, that alone is enough for me to admire him. And how is that exchange working out? Who's giving now? He blushes. You don't understand the give and take of a relationship, obviously. I can understand the part where you are fawning on him and feeding his ego constantly, and all he has to do is remind you about your clothes. I'm sure that he values me and my contribution to our group. You think he's basking in the glory of raising a gnome from oblivion? Don't be deceived. You are nothing but a bootlicker, and he's not going to save you from anything. This is going to send me in like a not good direction. Just try your mettle with him and you'll see how wrong you are, if you survive to understand his superiority. I may do that eventually. I want to see your face after the so-called fight. I feel sure you will. I'll be interested to see your face then too. Champ's mug. On the mug there's a pink kitty. You seem to have come from a land of ill-bred louts, barging in with your opinions like this. He's so twisted and ugly, it's hard to look at him. I'll try to be polite, however hard it may be. True politeness is the spirit of benevolence showing itself in a refined way. How nicely put. Maybe you're not so hopeless after all. Would you please tell me something? Go ahead. Are you in love with the champ? Hey, what are you trying to insinuate about me, huh? He's got a girl, see? You don't see me all jealous, do you? True love is the spirit of selfless giving, which brings peace that allows happiness and prosperity. Very nice, just what I always wanted to hear. What's that supposed to mean? I could like you, if you happen to be the champion of the camp. Uh-oh. Do you remember the previous champion? He was a big, hulky orc, stupid enough to be outsmarted by Tenesso. Wasn't it a half-orc by any chance? Orc or half-orc, they're all the same to me. Some half-orcs may be offended by that. Our world is full of prejudices, and I have my own too. But does that make it right? I had another thought. So what's the charm of this Tenesso fellow? His eyes are round with awe. He's surrounded with a powerful aura I can't even describe. I see, powerful aura. Once you meet him, you'll understand what a peerless champion he is. This sounds like some demigod hero in a romance novel. Maybe someday somebody will be able to cast Tenesso's renowned deeds into epic verse. This is sickening, but he's just the hero of a motley crew in this so-called treasure hunter camp. I can't see anything large-scale in his deeds. Because these people can't measure up to his greatness, to his vast potential, so you can't see him against a worthy foe. Potential? That said. Go ahead. See you next time. Let's talk to Tenesso. Howdy. This is the champ's mug, I believe. Maybe I could put something in the champ's mug. And knock him down to size a bit. Interesting there's no quest here, though.
Uh-oh!
This handsome halfling has a very self-confident air about him. Alright. Who says money can't buy happiness? Alright, so now where to? Stonewall Charity Store. Very typical dungeon. Wonder if I can make it through the dungeon. Check out the world teleporter. Did I do this knowledge base? No. Ooh. Gem pale pink sarcasium. I seem to have new stats. Corroded eyebrows. Too much exposure to toxic substances cause the eyebrows to flake off into the eyes. A common complaint among people who use traps and bombs. Impairs the ability to search effectively. So that was picking up that bomb. Search penalty -1. And unknown illness. Something isn't right here. Immune to fear, immune to instant death. Speed bonus plus 10%. Combat action chance penalty -10%. And a bunch of combat debuffs. Okay, so let's light a torch. More torches. Oh no, my torches have disappeared. My torches have disappeared. That is a bug. Let me try something. Let's try the debug menu. Let's try to create torch. And then end debug. Okay, a torch is created next to me. Do we just have one? No, 1 out of 999. Okay, cool. So I got them back. Oh, but it is gone. Just one. Wonders contraption. Alright, I think I am Kobold henchman. Ho hum, I am sleepy. Who's the Kobold henchman? Ha 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 ha! Look how cute. Cool, who's this mercenary? Guess what? Who are you, if I may ask? My name is Wolf Sterling, but you may have heard it in connections in fighting circles were widespread. Before the Great Calamity, that is. It doesn't jog any memories. No? He seems sad. Once you knew the Sterlings, I come from a long line of Once everyone knew the Sterlings, I come from a long line of warriors, you know. Since you're here in the treasure hunters camp, I'd already made a guess you are either an adventurer or a mercenary. Now he's definitely not pleased. I'm done with the adventure or grunt bit. You're right about the mercenary part, but you may have noticed there's a lot of competition here, and I'm not content to be a freelancer. I'm looking for something settled. Craftsman? He looks at you like you are an idiot. Alright, forget it. How about like a royal guard or something? Yes, recently I returned from putting down an insurrection, just in time for the Battle of Caer Maid, when the great adventurer... Oh, it's a very familiar story already. So you were there. How did he compare with the crowd here now? This was a very tough group. Actually, I would call him comparable to the best ones here. I'd come to think the legendary hero was a lot closer to godhood from the stories. Maybe the gods favored him to win somehow. He had access to endless riches, you know. I can accept the favorable god parts, but to tell you the truth, I've gotten pretty skeptical of the exploit stories. Yes, what? How is it that you have a kobold in your camp? He was my henchman for a long time. Now he's become independently prosperous, but, you know, we are used to each other. More like partners, eh? You trained him up in the business, I suppose. Well, he looks at the kobold, we do have a different arrangement than we used to, but times have changed. We do what we must. Sounds like you don't like the turn of events, but times are tough all over, you know. Yeah, I know I'm whining, I admit it. I miss my old stature. Ah, you were the boss, and now he's gotten uppity. He always was uppity. I admired that spunk in a weak little lizard. No, it's the money. The money? Ah, you aren't working, but he is. Too right, and I'm not used to having to take a handout. Me, who last served a foreign empress. Maybe you could serve in kitchens. Oh my, gastronomy skills are 0 to nothing. I spend a fortune in inns. Who doesn't? Okay, there's definitely something here, though. How about a family? What? Seems it's not your cup of tea. Alright, I have another idea. Time for a career move, maybe. I'd like to make some kind of move, but where? When Urun died, it left a lot of disconnected crooks loose in the world, and with Raven's fall gone, it's a complete power vacuum. People just never appreciate the value of a dominant culture until it's gone. Besides the money, it seems like you have some problem about the adventurers in the camp. Blast it, I just can't compete one-on-one with these fighters. It makes me question myself as a commander. I've noticed that trend in many areas. The boss isn't as competent as the regular workers. It's bad enough to be supported by a kobold, but to think that a man of my experience can't stand up to these men, it's too much. Look here, fellow, I can help you with your skills. It's humiliating, but I admit I need the help. Yes, I would like that, but I have no money to pay you for training. Who knows, maybe I'll need you to come to my defense someday and I'll want you in top condition. Wolf is such a sweet fellow. Oh, Wolf is such a sweet fellow. Yark, yark. Wolf winces. Oh, you need at least 5,000 XP. Okay, let's talk to him more. But we were talking about the Kobold. It's a remarkable partnership. I don't believe I've seen anything like it. He comes from a savage tribe far away in the blinding desert. The closest civilization is the little town of Karam Heads, if you know of it. It doesn't explain his sociability at all. It seems like he would be even less likely to join with humans. He was something of a misfit there anyway. Too smart for the other kobolds. I haven't been able to talk to many of them. Usually they are trying to kill me and I deal with them harshly. Yes, but in my case they needed me because the Lich was threatening them. Were they still friendly after you defeated the Lich? Friendly in their own way. Instead of attacking, they disappeared into the desert and never even gave me a thank you note. Notican stayed, though, and so your partnership was born. He has the great ability to make ammunition against undead and other special targets. I can see that would make him a valuable partner to a professional mercenary, but if you aren't working, you can't pay him. He always made plenty on the side. I wasn't fooled. Sadly, he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's lost the fighting spirit. Maybe both of you have the wrong ideas about each other. I may ask him about the ammo, though. How's life in Caramade? Pretty boring. I've even been looking at the offerings of Sylphiung Adventuring, but I think there's something shady about that organization. Can't really form any opinion about them. Open your eyes and you'll find the necessary clues. I always do that. Alright, let's form an opinion. Believe me, you aren't that hard up. Those guys are swindling people and putting them in danger. You think so? Sylphiung is a city noted for surface regulation and inner corruption. I don't know how they would be involved in civic corruption when they seem to be active out in the wilderness. Maybe they are spies or smugglers. Don't think city criminals will be looking out for rural opportunities. Well, they just seem so generally incompetent, it's hard to see them as plotters, but we can agree they are suspect. I like order and settled routine. I always wanted to be attached to a noble house, but now, there isn't a noble house to be found. Definitely time for a career move then. Tell me about the Shire. It was a great place, free enough in most areas, and Ravenfall had influence all around the sea, actually. Weren't their soldiers skilled enough? This was a supernatural event in my opinion, not like a normal invasion or pillage, and I've seen plenty. But I thought they were Vinblood stragglers and orc hordes in the usual mayhem, just more of it at one time. There were rains of fire, forest fires, grass fires, a sickening fog of smoke. Maybe it was natural, but no one ever saw such a thing before. Could have been an unfortunate coincidence or a wizard tossing spells around. Maybe. It was a great blow to my career to lose that center for contacts. You talk like Ravenfall was a hotbed of plotters. Oh, there was the usual political wrangling and posturing among the various settlements, but they were managing to keep each other in line. Ah, the balancing act of civilization. Only now bottom fell out in the House of Cards. Bad for business. Good luck, I need to leave. I don't have enough XP to train him. Nope, not even close. Let's talk to the Kobold. Did I find something back there? Ammo stall. Where'd the little kobold get off to? There he is. Hello? Nautican greets the noble-looking adventurer. How did the two of you happen to get together? We met in big fight. He leading army after chasing Great Lich of Cornwall all over. They end up in my country. Did you fight the Lich too? Nordican not stupid to fight Liches like that. I hide in rocks and make silver ammunition. Very bad for undead. It's a contribution to the war effort anyway, I take it. I take it you started to follow him in admiration for his saving your country. Not so. Mercenary need ammunition always more than kobold in desert. Smart for me to follow him. Ah, he's a source of steady income as well as the chance to see the world. Many years he paid me while I was henchman and smelter forger. Also, I make plenty from passerby adventure parties. While I was, meaning you aren't a henchman now, I take it. Shame on you if you abandon your old employer because he's fallen on hard times. You look at things like warm blood, always pity warm blood and blame cold blood. What is that supposed to mean? I admit I'm naturally attached to hair instead of scales. Nordican greets you. No. What about this military type you are camping with? He be most capable mercenary commander, yes. Who is he commanding? I don't see anyone else. Very sad for him. Nobody to command. No army. No kings to need army either. That must be difficult for him. Very sad for him. No job. No money. No money. That doesn't need to ruin a person's outlook. He not happy. He not have money and no work either. I'll bear it in mind when I talk to him. Your people aren't such a great bunch of fighters, are they? Mostly like lazy scavengers. Sometimes fight other scavengers. Nordican not like those low-caste, no-talent tribe types. Do you have some actual skills? Nordican be very natural talent, an expert gem taster. Now that's a rare talent, alright. So rare I've never heard of it before. You're a loss. Warm blood like you not possible for even little bit taste gem. It's alright, I'm sure we warm bloods have our compensating talents. Maybe. I wonder if you have more practical skills. Tell me now, how can a friendship work between warm bloods and cold bloods? If one is a warm blood and one is a cold blood, that makes it between them. If you're so smart, you can do even better than that. I mean, how can a cold, heartless temperament find common ground with a warm one? You mean how one that thinks get along with one that feels? Wait a minute, I think this is drifting in the wrong direction. You seem a bit out of place here. Nordican be not big hulky fighter, but fighters like Nordican, this place fit Nordican most satisfactory. Wait, these guys around here? No offense, but I haven't met many adventurers who like the kobolds at all. I are not nasty bug eating from cold cave kobold know nothing. Fighters like me for clothes. I've never seen a kobold in clothes before, but the entertainment value isn't that great, sorry. Not need clothes except make warm bloods happy. No trousers, no respect. Must be hard to manage trousers with a tail. I learned tailor trade from planing man with tail. Now we are master tailor. Make trousers for tails, shirts for wings, anything. Well, I'm sure that makes you useful everywhere. Hey Nordican, any other skills you may possibly have? Nordican be skilled smelter forger with mercenary after he defeated Lich of Cornwall. So what is a smelter forger? You can make a smelter? Can forge silver ammunition from ore without tiresome stop to smelt silver first. Any other skills? Yes. Yes. No other. Ugh. Alright, let me... You still do that? Not like to do now. Have more easier and clean trade type these warriors. These type warriors want more than arrows. Hard to imagine what that would be. Making liquor? Supplying special companions? Make nice padded silky underwear for armor. Make most superior helmet liner. No more boing when sword hit. Like that. This is surprisingly tempting. Do you make enchanted clothing too? What about armor? Still are learning some things, but silk underwear feel like magic. I think I'll have a look at your assortment. Here I are, here I are. Let's see your fine inventory, please. Yeah, stuff that isn't random. Side recruitment guard. I do have a quest to catch fish. Belt of ordinary alacrity. Absolute action point bonus +5. Fox's cloak of the duelist. Parry bonus +1%. That doesn't seem worth it. Footwear of the life insurance. They protect you from the dust, not waterproof, they'll stay out of gutters. Instant death +17% resistance. It's in there. Wow. Now that is a medium armor. Oh my goodness. Not buying it though. Torch will take 7 torches. Bad egg. A bomb. Classy against politicians. Hits for bludgeon damage. Elemental damage. Blight. With a bad egg. And a rotten apple. If there's nothing else at hand, throwing fruit. Hits for bludgeon. Alright, I think I have what I need. Can I sell some stuff? No, I'm still a newcomer, right? Yep. He's not going to give me much for this stuff. Just measly 1. Should I buy the fishing pole? Weak and fragile, but you can use it to see how much you like fishing. If you want to catch bigger fish, you need a better pole. Let's buy a fishing pole. And we'll do a fishing quest in the next episode. Alright, cool. There's a stall here, ammo stall. Test a different type of ammo. Cool. Alright, so I think I'm done with these guys. The Merc isn't saying anything though, is he? There he is. It's a strange contraption. Special contraption as well, you have no idea. Alright, so we've explored Caramade pretty well. I think the next step is to maybe step out into the forest. Maybe step out into the northern road. Or no, actually we're going to step into the fishing area. I'm going to try my hand at fishing and try to catch some fish for Adriana, the innkeeper at the little tavern down the road here. So I want to say thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Hope you're enjoying this Let's Play. Stay tuned for more. Just like Tortured Hearts in the past, it's got kind of a start where you talk to everybody, you learn about everybody, and then you have a long session of adventure where you're fighting things, you're solving quests. So first it starts off slower, you talk to everyone, then it picks up in the second round type deal. So I expect adventure to start pretty soon, besides just talking to people, which is cool. And we're finding loot and stuff. A lot of fun. Really enjoying it. Much love, peace, joy, and light to your lives. And I will see you next time. So, yeah, much love. Peace out.